Hey guys, welcome to the group formerly known as Critical Role. We're going through some name changes, but I think right now we're all pretty much agreed on Fury of the Rat.
No, we're not.
Oh, never.
That we still have Critical Role
now.
in the in the slates because I forgot.
That's fine. Well, we're still Critical Role for tonight, but next week it's definitely going to be FOTR Fury of the Rat. Guaranteed. So, before this game starts, I want to do a shout out to two people, Uis and Chris. They created a group of a book called Lasers and Liches, and I'll be using some of the creatures and etc. from this book. All nasty things, beautiful artwork. Check them out. They post a lot on Twitter. Their Twitter handle should be below, right?
They'll be in chat.
They'll be in chat. Yeah. Get that started. Let's get started. In the nation of Kel, a nation well known for its very rich B-Rex honey, there lies a small village known as Gerryend. Gerryend is surrounded by forest on all sides, a forest full of treacherous wood elves, dangerous dinosaurs, and the odd wolf or two. As we focus more on the village, two figures come walking up the path, a tiefling and an elf. David and Alakai, do you guys want to describe your characters?
I'm playing a high elf named Lysanderol. He's a youngish appearing man, probably around 5 to 6 feet, blondish hair with a few black specks throughout it, wearing a well-worn brown traveler's cloak and a green tunic, and dressed somewhat more of closer to like a commoner or a outdoor explorer, walking along humming a nice tune with a walking stick in his hand. And yes, enjoying a nice relaxing trek through the countryside.
And next to you is Demikos Greycastle. Traveling up from the south of this nation, but dressed currently in they're not like super fine clothes, but they're like the tier up common, so a little bit nicer than standard clothes, but a robe, about 6 feet. And as a tiefling, he has horns that come out from his forehead and then kind of curl back, but then he also has a set of horns coming up the front. His eyes have a light sky blue tinge to them, but his skin is a dark bluish red hue. He has jet black hair coming down to the nape of his neck. And he just has pouches and no walking stick, but is trekking along beside you.
Perfect. As you guys walk up to the village of Gerryend, you notice that there are wooden crosses placed in the ground on either sides of the path, leading up to a oddly ornate, like for a very small farming village, this is oddly ornate archway that frames the entrance. As you guys step through, you hear the hustle and bustle of the village, the smoke from various buildings rising almost lazily up into the air. It's scenic, perfect countryside. Where are you guys headed?
What a quaint little village, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. It is.
It almost reminds me of home. Anyway, I suppose dilly-dallying, would it be preferred? Let's find ourselves some proper lodging.
Proper lodging would be great.
And I'm probably going to try and find like a tavern or perhaps some form of inn.
The tavern isn't hard to find. It's in the town square, which this path leads right up to, right past a water fountain of a man with a spear. And in that tavern, there's a large, kind of heavy-set man with a handlebar mustache cleaning the bar. There's not a lot of patrons in here. It is the middle of the day. Everyone's kind of milling out. There's one or two drunks sitting in the back corner, one at the bar itself, but relatively quiet. Not even a bard is playing.
Okay. I'm going to walk up right to the bar. Just be like, hello, fine sir. It's a lovely morning, isn't it?
Suppose.
I was wondering, do you have perhaps any rooms available?
I got one or two.
Perfect. 1 or 2 is exactly the amount of rooms I'm looking for.
Well, how many? He says 1 or 2. Do you want 1 or 2 rooms?
2 rooms.
Okay.
Wait. Yes, 2 rooms.
How long?
Perhaps for now, maybe a week's time.
A week? That's going to be a silver each.
Absolutely, my fine sir. And I'll pull out a silver for myself. And just motion for Damocles.
Pull out a silver.
He's going to accept it, look at it, look you guys up and down. Anything else?
I am a bit famished. Do you have a menu, perhaps?
Oh, yeah, right. Let me, he reaches down and looks up. We have mutton.
Wonderful. I will take a nice serving of mutton. Damocles, do you feel like having some mutton?
You know, having been on the road for a while, it would be nice to have some mutton. Yes.
2 muttons, my fine sir.
Right, that'll be 10 copper.
Okay, just gonna look through his purse, or his coin purse, and just be like 10 coppers. Let's see, I said, here we go. 10 copper.
He's going to scoop it into his hand, kind of brush off his hands, and then head into the back. Meanwhile, a young woman walks in. Kimmy, would you like to introduce yourself?
I am a kind of on the shorter side human woman, mid to late 20s, reddish brown hair, brown eyes, lightly tanned skin, and tons of freckles. Freckles everywhere. Wearing simple clothes, this is very brightly colored, probably attracts too much attention on the road, but they're pretty. Why wouldn't you want to wear brightly colored clothes? And she has her hair tied up in kind of a braided bun, and she has a backpack on her back and seemingly nothing else but a book under her arm.
All right. As you walk into the inn, you see a tiefling and an elf sitting at the bar, talking amongst themselves. The normal 1 or 2 drunks are sitting around, but Bert, the innkeeper, is nowhere to be seen. What do you do?
I'll take a seat. I'll wait for Bert to come back.
All right. Do you sit at the bar or at a table?
I'll sit at a table.
Okay. So you sit at a table, and a barmaid walks out from the back, sees you, and you recognize her as Matilda. She's Bert's wife. She walks on over. What do you want, honey?
Sorry, I was making notes.
Huh.
You never know. I'll have wine if you've got a nice red.
All right, I'll make sure to get you some wine. Anything else?
A little bit of that mutton stuff if you've still got it.
Of course. That's going to be about 25 copper.
All right. I'll take it out of my pouch and I'll hand it over to her.
And she takes it and scurries in the back. After a few moments, you see Bert come out with plates of mutton, and he hands it to the two people at the bar. And Matilda comes out with your mutton and a glass of wine. Anything else I can do for you?
No, I'm just fine. Thank you.
All right. So she turns and walks over to the bar and starts talking to Bert. You guys have noticed a human woman walk in and order wine. And you guys start to hear a commotion coming from outside. An armored man walks in through the door, and Bert and Matilda look up. Barrett! Come on, take a seat. What do you have on the house?
I take it you want me to introduce myself. So Bareth is a younger-looking human. He wears a sort of half-covering helmet at the moment, face exposed. Albeit it looks like it's a little bit big for his head, as he is a somewhat shorter than average, lankier human. Does not look like the fighting type, but he sort of has a very heavy-set piece of chainmail and a spear and shield on his back. And he's seemingly constantly followed by women of all sorts as he comes clattering into the bar. And he's sort of jaunty in his step for the moment, but you can sort of see the little twinge of insecurity on his face. He sort of gives a nod to Bert. Just the usual.
Right. We'll get that right out to you. So Bert and Matilda disappear in the back. Bareth, when you look around, you see an elf, a tiefling, and a human woman that you've never met before.
Okay. I'm going to sit in my usual spot, but keeping a very close eye on them.
All right. Everyone else saw a man come in, followed by women. Armored. Oddly armored. Doesn't seem to really fit in with the rest of the people. And can I have everyone but Bareth make insight checks for me, please?
Okay. Oh, all of my dice are still in dice jail.
That's a good sign.
That does not seem like a good sign.
I meant to put them back after the last game, and now I can't. Oh, here it is. Oh no.
All right, what everyone get?
10.
Amicos is enjoying his mutton with a 7.
It went back to jail. I got a 1.
Okay, so what we're doing is you can only crit fail and success on attack rolls.
Okay.
So grand total.
2.
2. All right. Everyone but Kara kind of gets, like, you look at him, and he has a striking resemblance to the fountain that's, like, right outside.
I was reading my book.
I'll take note of that. As I pull up the chair next to me, I just pop my feet right on there. Just eating my mutton, nice and comfortable.
So Bert comes out with a leg, a mutton leg, and a big tankard of ale. And he goes ahead and puts it down in front of you, Bareth. Bareth, when are you going to get started on the situation at the farm?
Oh yeah. I sort of woke up this morning. My shoulder was feeling a little sore.
Mm.
Probably tomorrow once I'm all situated out. I mean, hopefully it'll get
Right.
done.
Well, absolutely. How could we not trust the hero of Gerryend?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we just don't want some from the blighted waste, making it all the way out here.
Oh yeah. We don't want that. Yeah, that definitely. I don't want that.
All right. Check in on you in a bit. And he heads back to the bar. You two,
Yeah.
anything to drink?
Do you have anything with honey in it?
What kind of honey? Regular honey or B-Rex?
Well, I hear this region is very famous for its honey. I'd love to try some.
Yeah, I could get you a B-Rex honey beer.
That sounds delicious.
It's going to be about 10 silver.
I'm gonna reach into my I'm gonna reach into my corn place. Can you break a gold?
Yes.
I'm gonna have him the gold piece, and I'll take 2.
All right. So he puts the gold piece away and hands you back 80 silver pieces.
Thank you. I'm just gonna try and spend the time just scraping all of those into my coin purse.
So he heads in the back, and before he does, is that second beer for him, or is he getting some for himself?
Do you would you like to partake in some of this fine honey beer, Damocles?
I think I'll have just the house ale would be fine.
A copper.
Done. Give him copper.
He takes the copper and disappears out the back, and then comes back with a nice, good-looking tankard, has silver trimmings on the side, and he puts that right in front of you, Bazin, and he puts a regular wooden tankard in front of you, Damocles. All right. He goes back to wiping down the bar. So, where are you guys from?
Oh, I'm from all over, really. I'm a bit of an explorer, you see.
Wait. Have you fought things?
Yes, I have.
Are you good at fighting things?
I'd say so. I'd say I'm fairly apt. I mean, I have survived up until now, so I have to figure I'm somewhat competent at it.
Right. What about you?
Oh, I'm just currently traveling up from the south a ways. I've been traveling north for a while.
Are you a good fighter?
I've been known to adventure around.
Okay. What you might want to do is check out with Bareth. We've got a little bit of a monster problem, and he could use the help. Normally, he'd be able to take him on himself, but his shoulder's been hurting for a little bit now.
Oh. Oh, that poor man.
Yeah. He's right back there.
I've been listening in this whole time as
And
he points over to me. I'm
waves.
covering my face.
Not here, not here, not here. Don't look at me.
Yeah, so
We'll go talk with this Bareth then.
Yep.
we do offer discounts for anybody that helps out the town.
Oh, that's lovely. Considering our extended stay, that sounds like a fine offer.
Right. And he goes back to wiping down the bar.
I suppose that's one point of our stay covered. Just say to Damokos with a smile and a thumbs up.
Damokos will nod.
Oh.
Well, guess we should probably go speak with this Bareth.
I'm going to casually just take my legs off of the chair, swing myself out of my seat, and I'm gonna walk right up to Bareth's table and just pull up a chair, just plop myself down, put one leg over the other. Just like, I hear you are the one they call Bareth.
I'm gonna grab my
Uh-huh.
ale and my mutton that I'm eating and move over to the table as well, sitting across from Bareth.
By Sanderall, how are you doing? Send hand.
Sort of like limply take out my hand and very shakily shake his hand. And yeah, that's me.
Now, I don't mean to intrude too much, but me and my traveling companion here, Damokos. Say hello, Damokos.
Pleasure to meet you, Bareth.
Mm-hmm.
We hear you might be. I couldn't help but overhear a thing about your shoulder, and the bar owner was very, very nice to say that there might be something of a situation that you need aid in.
I guess. Can I insight check them? Just capabilities.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
18.
18. They look well traveled. They look like they've probably been in one or two scraps in their time. Definitely wouldn't. Hold on, let me rephrase that. Maybe wouldn't die if they got hit once.
All
No, I think you meant definitely.
Sort of give them a once over, and in between his stuttering, he sort of breathes in a bit. Yeah, I could use some help. Yeah, there's been some livestock going missing on the edge of town. You'd be willing to help out. I'd appreciate it.
I would love to help out. I mean, yes, of course. It is somewhat of a benefit to us. We are going to be staying in this town for a little bit, and the bar owner was quite generous to offer us a bit of a discount for helping out.
Uh-huh.
So, do you have any idea what type of creatures these are?
Would I have any idea what type of creatures these were?
I'm going to pull out a book while he's contemplating. Just thumb it to a free page and just be studying it while he's coming up with an answer.
There's various reports. Some people, it tends to attack mainly at night. Although some people claim to have seen it during the day, and they're claiming it's one person says it's just a bear and they need to hunt the bear. Another person claims that it's a large, hairy monster. Others say it's just a man. A very rough-looking man, but just a man.
It's some people say it's some sort of monster. Some people think it's a bear. Other people have said it's just a person. But some cattle went missing and a dog got eaten. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
dog. I love a good mystery. Still just thumbing through his book. Let's see.
All right, so Matilda walks on up to Kara again. Are you doing all right?
Oh,
No, she
absolutely.
walked up to Kara.
Ah, sorry.
The other person in the bar.
Not even thinking about you three.
My list is not too high.
No.
I'm just fine. Can I ask who the heavily armored gentleman is?
Oh, that's Bareth, the hero of Gerryend. Saved us from a bunch of elves that were going to destroy the town. Single-handedly. Went into the whole group of troops, and they all got wiped out. He had to fight off the horde by himself. That's the entrance. It's Barrett's blessing right there.
That's mighty impressive.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're good with, I assume from those books, you're pretty smart, right?
Quite.
Can you do magic?
Is magic like banned here?
No, but they're farmers, so it's like
Oh,
a little bit of superstition around it.
Yes, I can do magic.
Okay. Well, I don't know what kind of magic you can do, but maybe you could take a look at Barrett's shoulder. It's been hurting a little bit. And, well, the monster attacks has been getting more and more frequent. And we just want to get Barrett up and running again so we can take that thing out and save us again. Of course, we'd be willing to give you a free room at the inn.
I'm not too good with healing magic, but I might be able to help you with your monster problem.
Oh, okay. Well, I see those two gentlemen have joined him, but Barrett has all the details. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And she's going to head back to the bar.
I'm going to look at the 3 completely mismatched.
Also known
What
as
do we
an
have?
adventuring party.
A tiefling, an elf, and a human? Right? That's
What is
y'all
this,
are?
a crossover episode?
Yes. Tiefling, elf, human.
Yep.
Okay.
Tiefling, elf, and human.
I am going to close my book, pick up whatever I have left, and drag a chair over to the table to join them.
Oh, and there's another one.
Well, hi there. My name's Kara. I understand you have details about a monster that these fine folks need some help with.
Yes.
Yes. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Bisanderol.
Is it a B or an L sound?
I'm gonna hold up my hand to handshake.
Okay, one hand is sticky from the mutton.
Yep.
I'm gonna use the sticky hand.
Yep.
Okay. Nice to meet you. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
It's call me Bison.
Bison.
Yes.
All right. Oh, look, you're the elf, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adam. Everyone's got new things.
Yep.
No, I'm still a human.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay, some things never change.
I'm still running on. That's Edwin with a fake mustache.
You have a mustache?
Barrett can't grow facial hair.
Oh,
Not just the war.
No, he's just not constitutable enough. He couldn't look gruff if he tried.
Is this gonna turn into the quest for like pseudo Captain America, where we have to buff your character up
You have to
with a
find
serum?
special serum. Does he look like he fits in his armor?
No.
I mean, I think you look absolutely fine.
Oh no!
The
No wonder your
chainmail
shoulder
drapes
hurts.
a little long. The helmet is a little not fitting.
Great. Yes, Bareth here was just telling us about his monster problem that he needs some. That he is hoping willing to take some assistance with and helping out these townsfolk.
Can I do an insight check on her?
Absolutely.
16.
What
16.
have I got
Oh
to hide?
well. Good
She-
good time to waste all my good rolls.
She seems like she doesn't seem like she's been in many like physical fights, but she has like a certain air around her that sounds like she knows what she's doing.
Okay.
I'm just dancing a little bit in my chair at the table.
She also seems a little excitable.
Just I'm lightening up a little bit as more people are coming in. Yeah. And I'll repeat all of the monster related details.
It's a bear man. It's a fuzzy monster.
It's just multiple reports.
Okay. Have you seen it?
No.
Can I insight check him?
Absolutely. I
I
guess
feel like
roll a deception, Bareth.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so
Fair.
15.
He definitely hasn't seen it.
Oh,
I'm just taking another big drink of that.
It's
butterbeer.
pretty freaking good.
This is delicious. I'd almost call it like syrupy.
Yeah.
Here, you can have some if you want. I say, offering to Damkos. It's good. I promise.
We'll enjoy it for now, perhaps. I'm enjoying this, but thank you.
I'm about halfway down with my. It's like every other time. It's like every other thing he's doing is just chugging this thing. He's just pausing in order to get some air. Just,
that's quite impressive.
You're chugging it?
or at least I'm drinking it at a really fast pace.
Okay.
It's like, this is very good.
Oh yeah.
So, I suppose now that we're all acquainted with each other, how does one usually investigate things of this nature? I say, looking to Barris.
Oh, you know.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, usually when I've been exploring, things come at me with rather just kind of out of nowhere. So I've never been the one on the hunt before. I've usually
yeah,
been the hunted.
you know, I've been on a couple hunts before. You know, you normally just go to where you last saw them. And
What was the if you've been on a few hunts, you must have some hunting stories.
yeah, they're a little boring. You wouldn't like them. it's just usual. You find it and you kill it sort of
Ah,
situation. So,
so
uh,
modest.
yeah,
I
yeah, 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 yeah.
encountered a undead owlbear.
Yeah, I've hunted those before.
It's just
Oh my god.
it was unexpected. You stab it through the head and you think that's it, and then it just looks at you like you didn't do anything.
Yeah, yeah, I know a lot about that.
Oh, those were some brave souls. They'll be missed.
Hmm.
It's very good beer.
Hmm.
Anyway, enough enough of that or this. I suppose since I'm assuming either one of you have been in this town a bit longer than me and my companion have. You might know the layout a little more. Where are these farms in relation to us?
Where are these farms in relation to us?
Sorry, my mute button doesn't want to work. It's about an hour east. It's closer to the forest and right on the edge.
It's the east side. About an hour away. It's right near the forest.
Interesting. Well, I say take all the time you need, and we'll be ready to move out when you are. I'm going to trust you to take lead on our merry little band.
uh, yeah. I've just been having the shoulder problem lately. So I tweaked it, I think, and
I just raised
what?
I raised the whole mutton to my fist and just like,
Yeah, yeah. I'll probably be good tomorrow. I don't really know though. It's been bothering me for a while. So
oh my, that sounds serious.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not a medical expert by any means, but maybe I could take a look at it.
Oh, you don't have to do that. I think I just need some bed rest and I'll be good.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in recovering. And I suppose since we have paid for the night, technically we can afford to wait till morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Just so you guys know, like in the middle of the workday.
Ah.
I hope that changes your answer.
Yeah, it does actually. With your shoulder hurting and all, I'd be happy to come along and help you out in your endeavors. I can provide some menial labor for these tasks.
Yeah, that'll be helpful. I'm just hey, maybe I'll just stay towards the back. You guys can take lead. You seem capable enough.
You wouldn't mind me taking lead?
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Totally.
Then it's settled. I'll push out the chair behind me and I'll put a foot on the table, just like from this moment on.
Get your foot off there.
Oh, my apologies. Just gently set my foot down. Just from this moment on, we will take care of this crisis affecting these farmlands and rid these lands of this threat.
Mm-hmm.
Who's with me? I raise my glass.
The drunk in the corner goes, "Hey!"
There we go. He knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. We'll have this sorted out in no time, and we'll sort out your shoulder, no doubt about it. Just patting him heavily on his knot on the shoulder he didn't say was injured.
Oh, ow, yeah. It's tensing up.
My hand's still on there as he takes the drink. Just leaning on there the whole time. Delicious.
Oh, go.
A
Oh,
man
yeah.
could get addicted to this
Please.
pleasurable drink. Oh, my apologies. I'm gonna move back to my seat. I'll just need to study up a little bit before we head out. And with that,
Take
I'm
your time.
going to pull out my spell book. Just be working on preparing my spells for the day. Just humming to myself as I do it.
All right, so what's everybody else doing while we wait for Barrett's shoulder to stop hurting?
You said it's an hour away, the farms? Am I muted?
No, I just. Are you talking out of
Yeah.
character? Yeah, out of character. Yeah, it's an hour away.
Okay. I want to go get more reliable sounding information.
Yeah, Bert's at the bar.
That's not the kind of reliable. I meant more like going out to the farm and like asking the people there.
Oh, you actually want to head to the farm?
Yeah, it's early enough that I could head there, ask a couple questions, and head back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Are you inviting anyone along, or are you just gonna disappear?
I'm gonna find somewhere to wipe my sticky mutton hand first and foremost. Start packing up my books.
There is bread. Like, they gave you bread with the mutton.
Oh.
So wipe your hands. They don't have fancy napkins.
Mutton bread. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna go head out to the farm to get a little more detail, first-hand accounts. And then put my book away. I just realized the one most likely to come with me is not on screen. Yeah, I'll head out.
All right.
You want whatever. There you are.
Yeah, had some cat problems.
No worries.
Problem?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm leaving to go check out the farm.
Oh.
And she did post an open invitation for anyone who wanted to.
I will be joining her.
All right.
Damokos, Barrett?
I'm just gonna, rest the
Come on,
shoulder.
Barrett.
I gotta. Fine.
The townsfolk would love to see you.
They see me every day. I mean, what's one more day?
I'm gonna pat him on the non-injured shoulder. You're a
Oh
real
no! Ow! Sorry.
Are both of his shoulders injured?
Yeah, it's a multi thing. It's hard to explain.
So you guys leave with Barrett trying to explain that both his shoulders are hurt. It's not just one. And you guys, as you're walking through is there anywhere you guys want to go in the town before you head out to the farm?
I guess as they're walking, Damokos would just be keeping an eye out to see what all is in this town.
I would as well. Just
Since
Just because I'm curious about what's actually here.
You can see there's various, like, there's a tailor, there's a leather worker, a blacksmith, just various small town things. And there's also, the odd goblin running through the alleyways. This town seems to be mainly orcs and elves, with the slight grouping of humans and the odd. I forget their name. Hyena person. God, it's killing me.
Noel.
Thank you, Noel. Fuck, Noel. With the odd Noel or two around, and everyone, with the exception of the goblins, looks up at Bareth, and they're all give a nice friendly wave. Hey, Bareth.
Very awkward smile.
Like the
What
guy in the
exactly-
parade who's like, "Hey."
What exactly did you do that these people like you so much?
Oh, there was I killed some things, saved the town. It's no big deal. Nothing happened that big. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I, for one, am honored to be traveling with a accomplished hero.
That's me. Yep.
As he's saying this, you guys do pass under Barrett's blessing, the archway that you guys walked through when you first entered town, and you do see the memorial of the people who did die in the forest leading up to it.
So that's what that was. Oh, so you're, I say, pointing to Barrett, pointing to the statue.
Uh-huh. Not
You look bigger when you're made out of geode.
like covering my face as I'm passing under the archway.
Artists, they never capture the real thing, am I right?
Yep.
They say granite adds 10 pounds.
Yeah, that's something I've heard.
All right, so you guys head out for about an hour, crossing through various farmlands until you get to huge, just swaths of uncut wheat. As you guys pass through these fields, you start to approach a farmhouse, and you see a about middle-aged human. He's walking around. He's in simple peasant clothing. He's calling out, Kelly! Kelly! Where are you? Oh, Barrett! Hey, didn't see you there. Are you here to check out the monster killings?
Yeah. We're here, to check out the monster killings.
Oh, sorry, folks. Barrett, I tend to just get distracted by the hero. I'm Becker, and my farm's been kind of attacked on like a nightly basis now, running out of cattle.
Do you see or hear anything of what might be doing it?
Well, see, I'm a heavy sleeper, but Kelly, I don't know where she went, but Kelly, my daughter, she's the one you're going to want to talk to about that. She's the one who wakes me up and tells me that there's something outside, and we just kind of lock the door and wait till the sound of the cattle yelling stops. Tried to go out once. Big hairy thing. Looked like a bear person. In fact, in a certain light, it kind of looked like Bert, but minus the handlebar mustache. You guys have met Bert, right?
I met Bert. Yes,
Yeah.
he's still in your room.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, but Kelly should be around here somewhere.
What does Kelly look like?
Oh, well, she's got like wheat colored hair. It's cut short. She says she doesn't like it always hanging in her eyes. Regular clothes. She's 10, so she's always like running around and exploring and whatnot. But she's a good hand around the farm. She got up a little early this morning, though. I didn't. It's weird. Last night was like the only night that the thing didn't attack,
It didn't show up last night.
or at least Kelly didn't wake me up to tell me it was attacking. But I guess she ran off play a little bit early because, the rainy cattle wasn't milked, and that's her chore.
Oh, when was the last time you saw her?
About last night when tucked her in for bed.
Was her bed disturbed?
I mean, like, you can go check it out. It's just in there.
Oh, of course. Thank you. I'm just gonna walk right in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and.
Follow.
Walk right into the house.
Hey, Barrett,
Yeah.
can you make sure they don't? I mean, not to sound unwelcoming and all that, but can you make sure they don't take anything?
I'm stand up straight. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, I can do
I
that.
mean, it's just adventurers are always like everything is mine and all that.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm gonna go look for Kelly, and he kind of heads off deep in the
Finger
fields.
guns. That walk.
That confuses him, and he kind of goes, and then back into the fields. So you guys walk in, and it's a normal peasant house. I mean, there's not really a lot to look around in here. There's like a wool rug underneath the table. There's a bookshelf with a few books, and there's 2 rooms.
I'm going to look for whichever one looks likely to be Kelly's.
So there is on closer inspection, there is like Kelly carved into the door on the left. So when you open that, it's got a little like hay stuffed cot with a wool blanket on top of it. It does look disturbed, like someone just got out of bed and didn't make their bed.
Yeah. I'd like to try and examine this room a little bit. Like, does it have any windows at all?
It does.
If I look out the window, what direction does it face?
It faces back towards where you guys came.
So it just looks directly out. Would I be able to see the cows from here?
No.
Interesting.
Sorry. Are there any like scratch marks on like the windowsill or anything? Can the window be opened?
Window cannot be opened.
The window cannot be opened. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
because it's just like built into the side. But that's just, I'm not even making you make an investigation check. That's just obvious. Just from looking at it.
So she would have had to go out the door. Or something would have had to come in the door. Assuming it doesn't just walk through walls, which is a terrifying thought.
Lysander else just sort of like that. That's just like, I'm not sure how one would spot cows or wherever the cows are from this window.
Can I check her
Odd.
bed?
Yeah. Make an investigation check. What are you looking for?
Kara would do this as well, but like sometimes you hide things in your bed if you don't want your parents to find them.
Gotcha.
15.
15. You find odd. It almost looks like a doll, but it's made out of like small bones.
Oh, that's disconcerting.
What is it?
Well, it's made of bones for one thing. And I don't think a child would be playing with this. And I hold it up and I shake it a little bit.
What an odd crafted thing. Can I look this over and see if there's any sort of like markings on it? that look particularly odd?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
7.
7? I mean, it looks like a doll made out of bones. You can see that it's like been tied together. So its arms and legs can move. And it's missing a head, but that's about it.
I'm going to pull on some of the strings. Are they pretty tight?
Yeah, they're pretty tight. I mean, it's just like wrapped around the joints, like connecting the bones.
I mean, I will say this is pretty good craftsmanship, all things considered.
Can I see if I would know if this has like magical purposes or anything?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Arcana, I'm actually good at. Hopefully. Nope. 11.
11. This, although you know that some people do make bone charms, this doesn't seem to be like that. It seems to be more like a doll, a creepy doll, but still a doll.
I'm gonna ask her dad.
So you head outside, and Becker's walking back up, like scratching his head. Well, I don't know where that girl went. Oh, did you find anything?
Does this
Yes.
belong to your daughter, perchance?
Oh, yeah, that's Flopsy. Where's
Flopsy?
Yeah, it's her doll. She wanted a doll when she was like really young, but she didn't like the hay dolls. So I went out, grabbed some bird bones, and made a doll for her out of that. And there's supposed to be a little like stuffed head on top of it, but the head kept falling off. So she might have. I don't know. Yeah, that's her doll, Flopsy.
I'll go put it back. Seems a little odd for a child to have.
I don't know. She's an odd girl.
By the way, what does your daughter like to do? Like, does she have hobbies?
She likes collecting like stones and stuff. She really does all of her time. She spends a lot of her time out in the forest, exploring and stuff. And we have a rule where, she's supposed to stay within eyesight of the cabin so that, no chainsauruses can get her.
She collects things out in the woods?
Well, yeah.
You have any idea, since you mentioned stones, if there's any places around here where she might be tempted to try and look for some, like a river or quarry, perhaps?
I don't know about no quarries, but there's a river like deeper in the forest. But she wouldn't go that far.
I'm gonna go put Flopsy back and then come back down.
It's just going to be like the desire of a collector and a bit of an explorer, which your daughter seems to be somewhat of. Sometimes you can lose track of safety when you get wind of something. So I'm thinking maybe she might have gone into the forest a bit deeper than normal.
She's a good girl. She would follow the rules. She knows that there are like chainsauruses and other like aerodactyls and stuff flying around over there, so she don't mess with that.
Would you mind if I take a look around the property?
Yeah. Oh shoot! You actually probably want to look at where the cows got stolen and eaten and stuff like that, right?
That would actually be wonderful to maybe check around the perimeter of this place.
Yeah. Let me take you to the cow pen. Come on with me. And he's going to start walking towards the cow pen.
Ooh, this is
concerned that there's possibly a missing little girl.
I do apologize. This is just somewhat exciting. I've rarely ever been part of a mystery before.
Is everybody else with him, or is it just him?
I'm going with him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're leaving good old Barrett.
I'm sheepishly following everyone.
Aerith has been tasked with making sure we don't steal anything.
Yep.
Don't steal.
Oh, well, like, I don't know if this is much of a mystery. It's probably just a bear. Like, that's
I've
what I keep saying. There ain't no creature from the Blighted Waste making it out here. That's just crazy. They'd have to get through, like a good 2 months journey to get here. That's a long way for a beast just to go. You know what I'm saying?
a hungry beast, desperate enough. They can go quite a distance in
But
search
2
of
months without food? That's all right. That ain't that don't make sense to me. I don't know about your qualifications. Maybe you're know everything about Blighted Waste, but
I've not been myself. I have heard tales though.
yeah, weird people live around the Blighted Waste, man. Ain't normal. Ain't right.
Don't
Anyways,
I know it?
here's the cow pen. You do see that it is a pen that looks like it's been broken multiple times to the point where the farmer isn't really even fastening the logs to the fence anymore. He's just kind of like stacking them up because he knows it's just going to get broken again. What's the fucking point? There's a lot of there's signs of damage around this property, and the cows look startled as shit.
Can I look at some of the logs and see if there's like puncture wounds or like puncture like places where the wood's cracked that there might be like maybe dislodged claws or some form of scratch?
Sure, make either investigation or survival.
I'll go investigation. 10.
10?
Yes.
The logs that have been set up look like they've just been freshly put there. But you do notice that some of the other logs are kind of like broken a little bit. Like there's some splinters, there's some cracks running through them.
I'm going to try and go to one of the fresher logs and just like push down as hard as I can to test the like how sturdy they are.
So you push down. It's pretty sturdy. Like you can tell that you could easily like break down this wall if you needed to. Like there's really not a lot of force being pushed back. It looks like they're being held up by just a pile of logs right there.
Interesting.
The only thing that's weird to me is like I never seen a bear with those kind of feet before.
You have some footprints?
Yeah, over there. He points to like a dirt patch.
Ooh, exciting. I'm going to go down and I'm going to do the classic thing of putting my own foot into the footprint to measure how big it is.
It's bigger than your foot. Wait, how tall are you?
I'm about 5'10".
Yeah, it's bigger than your foot, but honestly not by much.
This is... Yeah. Does it have a wide arch, sort of, or is it like a bit, kind of wide?
So the foot itself, it is a little wide, but it's humanoid.
This is odd indeed. Are there like little like claw indentions?
You're gonna need to make a survival check.
Not a problem. 17.
17. So yeah, you go down and you look. There's no claw indentions. Like it doesn't. Whatever this thing is, it does not have clawed feet. You notice that there are like scrapes in the dirt, but those look more like nails than claws.
I've never seen tracks of a wild animal that didn't have claws on its legs before. Just like when you discover livestock that's been killed, what state is it in?
Well, I don't really discover the killed livestock. I mean, the dog had its head just straight ripped off, and it was split, like all the meat was like scooped out of it.
Scooped out?
Yeah.
Did it There's no chance you might have one of its kills. Is there?
No, we buried the dog.
Oh. Does it not leave bodies from the cows?
No, it usually I don't know what it does, but Kelly hears the like cows freaking out, and she hears like sometimes she said she heard a yell, and then she comes into my room and we shut and lock the front door, we shut and lock my door, and we wait until there's no more noise, and then in the morning there's one or two less cows.
This does not make any sense. Animals, if they kill something, they usually either eat it or they move the body somewhere nearby. And if it was moving its kills, why wouldn't it move the dog? This is something. Would you excuse me a moment?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go over to talk to Damokos. Just, I think whatever's attacking these things might have, like, sentience. Might have actual, like, coherent thought.
Is possible.
If it was an animal who was just doing this for food, it would have eaten the dog. It would have done the same thing it did to the cows that it does to the dog, but it didn't. And then there's the tracks. They're too human looking. I'm beginning to think that this isn't some bear man per se. This seems much closer to man than bear. What direction are the tracks coming from?
The tracks aren't coming from the forest.
They aren't coming from the forest? Like
they are coming from the forest.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try and line up like the footprint towards like the tree line and head towards that like general direction.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and look at like the surrounding area, like some of the trees or anything, and see if there's like any damage to them.
Survival or investigation?
That is a 19.
Okay.
Investigation.
So you're checking around the trees and you notice that some of them almost seem like they've been pushed a little bit. Like they're not growing straight. They're like growing leaned over to the side, like a few degrees off.
Can I look at the soil? Does it look like it's been disrupted?
Yeah, there's drag marks leading right through these trees.
I'm going to pull up actually, you know what? No, I'm just gonna call over to the group, just like, I think I might have found something. And when they come over, I'm just gonna explain, like, these trees here, they look like they've been pushed over, and if you look here, the roots are disturbing the ground. That means something moved through these trees, something large, and most likely something that might have made those footprints back there. And can I look at the trees and see if there's might be any like fur?
Yeah, make a survival check.
16.
16? You do not notice any fur.
There's no fur or anything left behind. But I'm positive that these were moved not naturally. Something large came through here and must have come through here regularly given the state of these trees. I have a sneaking suspicion that this might be what we're looking for, or at least a lead. Um, I'm trying to wrap my brain for what sort of big creatures might be in this area. Can I make a survival check
Yeah,
or a history check?
you can make either survival or history, whichever one you prefer.
I'll make a history check to see if I remember any sort of like
Okay.
folklore or anything of large creatures that used to be in this area.
All right.
That is a 21.
21. You don't recall anything fitting this description. I mean, mainly what plagues this area are dinosaurs, wolves, and on a very rare occasion, something from the Blighted Waste. But that doesn't happen often. And those things are usually feral-like animals.
What I'm concerned about is that the trees aren't more damaged than they are. That combined with the disappearance of the creatures, of the cows, this might be something entirely new. This isn't the work of a dinosaur, and a blighted waste creature would be much more destructive than what we're seeing here.
That's why I'm thinking bear.
But a bear would eat its kill. It wouldn't drag it off to somewhere else. Especially not a carcass of that size.
Well, I don't know. Bareth, what do you think?
Uh, uh, uh,
I'm leaning closer. Just
uh,
making eye contact.
it doesn't matter what it is. We'll get rid of it.
That's the spirit.
Damn right. All right. Well, if you do see Kelly, tell her to go ahead and come on back. Yeah?
Keep an eye out for Kelly.
Yeah.
You got it.
Or anyone else walking through the forest. It might not be safe with whatever this is roaming around.
Yeah, I don't really care about them. I care more about Kelly.
Do we mind if we send them your way?
I mean,
I mean, they can come out here and walk their way back into town. I just don't know what direction town is once we're in there.
yeah, you can go ahead and send them back.
Excellent.
About how far is the stream you were mentioning?
Well, I don't know because I've never been there myself, but I think it's like he points the way that the tracks are leading about maybe 30 minutes or something that way.
We'll keep our eyes peeled.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to keep looking for Kelly over here where I'm not going to get eaten by dinosaurs. All right. Well, you Bareth with you, so no worries about that. Or
Of
what
course.
else? Because they're terrified of him.
Yep. That's he's right. Mm-hmm.
All right. He's going to head back to his farm.
I'm going to draw my scimitar and just start making my way into the woods, using it as a machete, as if needed, to cut through thicker undergrowth.
Honestly, with the path you're going, it looks pretty cleared out. Like things have been trampled underfoot. There's lots of dragging marks. Even the trees kind of have been pushed slightly out of the way.
I don't know what order we're going in, but as people
Yeah.
are falling into the forest, I'm going to stop, like right at the edge.
All right. Just about that time. What is the order?
I don't mind taking point. How about you guys?
In the back.
I'll go in the middle, second probably.
Go third.
So there's a clear path of like movement through this place. I take it. With all
Yeah.
this is quite a consistent path. You two, how familiar are you with this territory? Well, I know Bareth probably knows this place like the back of his hand.
I'm at the edge
But-
of the forest still. You guys are
Yeah,
continuing
no, you guys-
forward.
You guys
Bareth?
walk in, and he's about 20 feet behind you at the edge.
Just
of
like
Yeah.
Bareth, just gotta turn around.
You
I
go?
wave at him.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm slowly trickling in. Going like half speed.
You okay there? You're moving a bit sluggishly. Did you hurt your leg?
Oh yeah. You know, I rolled my ankle going over a rock back there. I'm keeping up. I'm being like extra perceptive.
Well, this
Yeah.
won't do at all.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Sure. 5.
5. Everything's good. No elves.
Well, that's certainly inconvenient. We can't have an injured man left behind. And time is of the essence. Would all of you be okay with taking a bit of a break before we head on in? I have something that might help.
Only like noon, right?
Yeah, it's around 12:30.
Whatever.
And I'm gonna walk over and
Actually,
I'm-
before you do anything, let's take a short break, fill up on water, grab snacks, and we'll be right back in a minute.
sounds good.
Okay, we're back.
All right. Welcome back, guys. So, on the hunt for a girl who may or may not be missing, and a strange beast that no one can seem to figure out what it is. Some say it's a bear, some say it's a man. All anyone knows is it looks weirdly like the innkeeper, minus the mustache.
It's Bert.
All right, back to the party.
While I'm taking my 10 minutes to prepare what I'm preparing, I'm just going to look to Bareth and just be like, you know, you really ought to be more careful. And, you know, I know you're a hero. You have an image to protect. I get that. You're a symbol to people, but, you know, if you get hurt, you should say something.
Yeah.
I mean,
And while he's preparing that, I'm gonna swap out a glove.
Okay. All right.
Sort of just taking off one glove and throwing it aside, and picking up another one, putting it on as quickly as possible.
like, you know, I
1 second. Make a sleight of hand check.
Sure. Ooh, that's actually good. 17.
17. Yeah, you swap out a glove. No one seems to notice.
mean, I get it, right? Like I've been stabbed before, and you play it off as not being a major injury, but sooner or later it catches up to you, and you know, when the expedition slows down, lives get lost. So, you know, don't be afraid to swallow your pride once in a while and admit that you might need some help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to spend the rest of the time.
Not even looking him in his face. I'm like looking all around the forest at the moment.
And I'm gonna take this time to ritual cast Tensor's floating disc.
We're just gonna cart him around the forest. in a little
my
red
God.
wagon.
The shimmering disc of force energy
God,
just
I wish I was a
a-
druid for
appears
grasping vine right now.
Oh my God.
3 feet above the ground. I'm just like, I put a foot on it, just like, this bad boy right here can support up to 500 pounds. You take a seat right on there. Anyone else want to ride? I'm just going to say offering it to the others.
Sure. I'm
You
gonna
just rest up
stand
that leg.
towards the back. Take my shield off my back, and I'm just like looking out backwards with my shield out in front of me.
Onward and outward. And as I walk, as soon as I get 20 feet away, it just starts following me. Gliding along.
All right, so I guess now Barrett's in second.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 20 feet back, so if they're in like a straight line, I'm still in the back.
That's enough space for a person.
Yep.
2 people.
All right, he can be in the back still. That's fine. So
Humming to myself, walking stick in hand.
I'm gonna
Guitar
need
together.
skill checks from everybody to determine how long this traveling will take. If you guys run into any opposition, if a flock of Aerodactyls come and attack you guys, usual things.
I don't have any Pokeballs.
Not those kind of Aerodactyls.
But it could be.
It could maybe be.
Repellent spray.
It could maybe be some bees.
You don't want to fight a V-Rex. Those things are like minimum CR 18.
Oh no, I'm just talking about mundane bees.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Mundane giant bees.
All right, so who's going first and what skill are you using?
I will continue to use investigation to pick out clues.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
14.
All right. Next check.
I'm going to use my survival to help myself survive.
Okay.
Protecting myself as best as possible.
Hiding bravely behind his shield.
That's a heathen's 20.
Heathen's 20. Okay. Next check.
Guess I'll be keeping an eye out.
With perception.
Yeah.
Go ahead, make that perception check.
Nope.
What'd you get?
Well, it's not a 1. I mean, it is. With perception, it's a 2.
Okay. All right. I'm going to need another one. I just want to let you know, you guys need 3 successes to get there, and you only have 1 so far.
Oops.
All right. Next check. Nah, it has to be Kara.
Yeah.
You can't use the same. You personally cannot use the same skill twice in a row. Yeah.
used more. But I was thinking about it. I don't. Shit. Yeah. Well. Can I make sure we're not following like the wrong tracks
Okay.
somehow?
So
That's
yes,
survival?
that would be survival. Yes.
We're gonna get lost, y'all. Yep. At a grand total of 4.
4.
Welcome to level 3.
All right, I need everyone to continue making skill checks.
I will use nature in order to make sure we are keeping on the oriented path and towards the river, or at least as far as these tracks go.
All right, using nature to try and determine if you're getting closer to the river. Go ahead.
That is a 17.
Gotcha. That's another success, guys.
I'll use perception. So I'm just keeping an eye out for anything that comes to try to kill me.
All
Our
right.
trusty turret.
That's a natural 20.
Love it. 3 successes. So, you guys do manage. You guys head out. You guys get a little lost on the way over there. And, Bareth, you hear a very familiar sound. Whirring. Like, of a chainsaurus. And it's coming closer.
Maybe as I'm like trying to look over my shoulder to everyone in front of me, probably good time to stop and hide.
Stop and hide.
Are we all hearing the whirring now?
Oh yeah, everyone's starting to hear the whirring, and it's multiple.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Okay. I'll try and hide.
Yep. I will attempt to hide as well.
Everyone makes stealth checks.
Oh,
The disc, I don't think, can go through the trees where we're hiding, so it's just gonna get stuck.
Man, I'm rolling so good today. Bareth is awful at life, but I roll very well with him, apparently. That's a natural 20, and then with the disadvantage, it's an 18.
Wow. All right. So let me write down.
All of our stealth.
That's right. Damakos.
19.
19. That's a big jump from 7. Kara.
just want to remind everyone that I'm very colorful.
Oh my god.
I got a 5.
Bison.
I have a 16.
Okay, so you guys kind of scatter into the woods, hiding behind trees and bushes, wherever you can hide, when you see one creature with an elongated snout with like sharp spikes running from the back of its head all the way down to its chin, where it kind of splits off around the neck and meets back up at the back of the head. It opens its mouth, kind of makes a small whine, and another one steps out. And your passive perception is a 11. Well, I mean, it's got to be a 13. But... And so, Kara, you're crouched behind a bush watching these two. I don't know if you're praying or not, but you hear a noise behind you, and you see one snaking up, like just charging towards you, and it leaps. It's going to go ahead and swing at you. And does a 17 beat your AC?
Morgan, I'm a magic user.
I answered the question.
12, of course it is.
So wow, I just rolled crit damage. That's
Oh no.
15 damage, and you need
Oh.
to make a strength save.
Oh. I'm gonna die. Nice knowing you guys. Strength.
Yep,
I've got a -1.
you got this.
11
11.
total.
You fall under this creature
Oh no.
as it's staring down at you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
I have a grand total of 6 health left.
You know what? I just rolled the same number 3 times for these things, so they're just gonna go on the same turn. All right. What the fuck? Okay. So, Damakos.
15.
And Kara.
18.
Damn, nice.
The one time I needed to save me and it doesn't.
Bison.
11.
You kidding me? I've typed his name enough times. Freaking. And finally, Bareth.
Heathens 20.
Love it. All right, I do want to remind all the magic users, we do use blood magic. And just for the viewers, the way I do blood magic in my games is you can expend a hit die, or you can use a hit die worth of damage to regain a spell slot, adding hit die for each spell slot that each level of spell slot. And you can also take the spell's original damage in order to double the resulting damage from the spell. So, top of the round, Bareth. What are you doing?
I know what these things are, right?
Oh yeah, these are chain sources.
And I know that I have no chance of fighting these, right?
No, they're actually like by yourself. No, you'd be destroyed. But you guys do have a chance.
Okay.
Hey.
How far away from them are they from me?
You are about 15 feet from the one that's standing on top of Kara and about 25 feet from the other two.
Okay. I'm going to pull my spear off my back and my shield, and I'm going to hold my action unless one gets in front of me as I freeze in fear.
And is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. Kara.
Am I considered like grappled?
You are considered
Am I like pinned?
prone.
Prone? So it's not pinning me down.
No, it's just standing menacingly over you and kind of hissing.
Cool. Wait a minute. Okay. I have to message you part of what I'm doing.
Oh, God. That's never a good sign.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave first level.
Love it.
That's a con save of like 12.
All right. Let's see if this thing passes.
Bless you.
It fails.
Oh, cool. Shit, what damage is that? That's 2d8, and it's pushed 10 feet away from me. And I don't have to do the next part of what I was gonna do. Wait, that's not a d8. Oh, that sucks. Both ones. Are you kidding me?
Wow, so it takes 2 damage?
It takes 2 damage and gets pushed 10 feet away.
So it gets pushed and its claws drag against the ground, making like tears. and its jaw clamped shut, and the blades whir across its head. All right, yeah, you do that. You see her kind of like fly 10 feet. Like, are you going towards Barrett or?
I want to go away. I don't know where anyone else is.
So everyone's kind of grouped up in this area. Everyone's about 10, 15 feet apart.
Okay. I might as well get up next to the hero.
So Barrett, she comes flying towards you and then stands shakily up on her feet.
I'm covered in dirt. Blood.
I don't even see her past me. My eyes are closed.
Oh my god!
So you kind of get up and you look over, and Barrett's just like, "Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Don't hit me!"
Can I just like tap the front of his shield? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Next up, it's get out of here, group chat. Next up, it is Damakos.
Okay. I am going to okay.
I can't believe I rolled crit damage on that hit.
I can. How far away are each of the chainsaw?
The two together are about 25 feet, and the one that was on top of Kara is now 25 feet, but in the opposite direction.
Okay. Pandemicos has not heard about what these things are at all.
You can make a nature check if you want.
I'm going to go with no.
Okay.
All right. I am going to, on the one that had attacked our friend, and that was pushed back a bit.
Right.
I am going to I'm going to start with casting a firebolt.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Dice are hating me tonight. Yeah, that's an 11.
11. That misses.
Yep.
The firebolt hits the hide of the beast and kind of fithers away. And the beast turns to look at you.
Okay. I am now going to I'm going to just kind of back up into the thicker brush a little bit and hopefully maybe move a little closer to our hero friend.
So everyone's starting to crowd around Vareth.
That's my turn for now.
All right, Bison.
So first off, for my action, I'm going to hold up the walking stick I've been using, and it's going to glow a little bit my arcane focus aims for one of the creatures that was already hit. Assuming.
All right, there has been one creature that has damage, and that was the one on top of Kara.
And as I point to it, a bell forms right above it as I cast Toll the Dead.
All right. It has to make a save, right?
Yep, Wisdom.
Wisdom. The one thing dinosaurs are great at. Yeah, I'm going to say that fails.
Okay. And it says it already took damage. It'll be taking that D12.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, good. 7 damage.
7. Nice. This thing does not look happy.
And he's going to bring his arcane focus and scimitar together for a moment. As he just focuses up and activates his blade song. Before moving his movement to meet up and then stand in front of the party. Just
all right.
Between himself and the chainsaw creatures.
Okay. So, sorry, too many pages open. And they all are moving around. Okay, is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, so the one that was hurt is going to charge you, and it's going to go ahead and click its jaws together, and it's going to attack you with the chainsaw.
Are they both within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use Sentinel.
All right.
So, as he... well, you go roll the hit first.
Oh, yeah, it misses. Like, the chainsaw swings, and he just ducks out of the way.
As I'm hearing the whirling of chainsaw in front of my face, I'm like, one eye opens slightly, and I'm just stabbing outwards with the spear behind the shield.
Go ahead, make an attack roll.
It's going to be a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit, but you've thrown it off. It wasn't expecting that. But it is going to try and chainsaw you again. And it misses. Because that die likes you, apparently. Oh, shit.
Okay, can I use my held action now to try to hit it?
Yes, you can.
All right. Okay, that one's definitely good. This made 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Go ahead, do damage.
That's 1d6. D6 plus 3, so 6 damage total.
6 damage? Nice. This thing, like, your spear stabs into its chest, and it lets out a little whine, its jaws unclicking. And there's a fair amount of blood going down its chest.
Even after it steps back, I'm like reclosing my eyes and just stabbing over the top of my spear.
So another one. The other one comes and runs up and decides it doesn't like who just made that bell appear. So it's going to attack. And god damn it, I can't do fucking. What's your AC?
It is currently 18.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, that misses. So another chainsaw whips towards you and you duck under it. It's going to try and hit you with another one. Are you kidding me? I can't hit worth shit. So you duck under another chainsaw thing.
Tell that to me and my remaining 6 hit points.
The third one's going to come up, and it's going to try and claw you. Actually, it's going to pounce on you. Attempt to. But it can't. And it's going to make one more attack with that claw.
There was a tree in its way.
It hits you. So it pounces, and you kind of like bap it in the nose, so it kind of stumbles back, swipes out with a claw. And that's going to be 13 damage as the claw cuts into your chest. And top of the round, Bareth.
All right, I'm just continuously swinging the spear over top of my shield at the moment.
If you're not looking, that's going to have to be a disadvantage.
I'm like
you looking?
opening one eye.
Okay.
That's gonna be 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Are you hitting the same one?
Yeah, just whatever one's right out in front of me. That's gonna be 4 damage.
Okay.
Is that one still up?
It's still up. You slice it, like, at its jaw a little bit, and you knock off one of the spines.
Okay, I'm gonna action surge.
Do it.
That's gonna be another 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Jesus.
And that's gonna be 9 damage.
9 damage? Yeah, so you stab and, like, open up the side of its neck. It lets out another whine and then collapses to the ground. All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm just continuously stabbing over top of my shield, and all you can hear is just.
Kara?
Well, that's very heroic, I guess. There's 2 left, right?
2 left.
Does one of them look like less damaged than the other?
They have not been hit. Neither of them have been hit.
All right, I'm just gonna pick one and try Ray of Frost.
Gotcha.
14.
14 hits.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
1d8 cold damage. 8.
8. Nice.
So once with 8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 until the start of my next turn.
Ah, now it only has 90 feet.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. Its speed isn't 100.
I think that's all I can do. I could move again if I wanted to, but I don't really want to. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. So next up, Damakos.
All right, these 2. How far apart? How close are they?
They're right next to each other.
Cool. Using my racial trait, I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Oof.
I need a dexterity saving throw from both of them because it's a 15-foot cone.
Oh, Jesus.
Or one of them.
You'll hit both of them, but I think you'll be hitting Bareth, Bareth as well.
No way to angle it of him.
Okay. All right. That's 2 fails.
Really? Okay.
Yep, I rolled 2 and then a 3. So I'm assuming that it's better than those.
I'd hope so. All right, so because it's my my trait, I cast it at 2nd level, which means 4d6.
Oof. Do it.
That is going to be right there. That's going to be 16 damage.
16 damage?
Uh-huh.
Like,
fire damage.
Yeah, no, you angle it above him and let out the burning hands, and one of them completely, like, the one that was hit completely, like, succumbs to the ground, first covered in the, like, thin blue frost, burned alive. It collapses. The other one looks pretty hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All
I'll do
right.
for now.
All right. Baizen, what you doing?
So they both got hit pretty hard with that.
Yes, and there's only one left standing.
Ah. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna run at him.
He's right in front of you.
Oh yeah, he's 5 feet away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the scimitar and I'm just gonna try and slice a nice cut straight up into the neck.
All right.
That is let's see. That plus that is going to be a 13.
13. Yeah, you hit. Go ahead, roll damage.
And that is a 8 damage.
8 damage. How do you want to do this?
I'm gonna cut up into it all the way until it hits that chainsaw part. It's just gonna end up like de-chaining it.
Okay. It's not. It's like a fiber that runs the chains.
It's just gonna cut in there. It's gonna grind up against that for a couple seconds and then just snap.
All right. Yeah, and it collapses, mostly split in half, and blood everywhere. And yeah, you guys have defeated the Chainsaw Eye.
Bertha's still stabbing over the top of the shield, yelling.
I'm gonna take one of my daggers and just like bang on the shield with the pommel. Open your eyes now. They're gone. What kind of hero are you?
Yeah, just sort of
I'm gonna just
clean myself off.
flick the blood off the blade.
That's disgusting.
Bring up a cloak and
That's
just wipe it
unsanitary.
clean.
Just as I finished the job once again, put shield spear on my back.
I'm just gonna be looking at him. It's just like, I don't think I've ever seen a technique quite like that.
I hope it's a Barrett original.
I've seen it. My mom uses it when there's a mouse in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be examining some of these things. It's just very intrigued by just the mechanism by which they have their very crazy teeth.
Yeah, make a survival check.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna look at Barry. I'm gonna be like, "Are you actually a hero, or is this just? Are you the only one that survives? Is that why they're showering you with archways and statues?"
No, yeah, I'm exactly how they say. Yep.
My dice.
It's a 21 deception.
15 insight.
Yeah, if it's a 15 insight.
19.
Oh, 19?
19.
He seems to stutter through it, but why would he lie?
I'm gonna squint at him through all the blood and dirt on my face.
I got a 3 on that survival.
Man, those teeth sure are pretty.
Yep, I'm just playing with that. It's like this is very novel.
Well, regardless of our friend's fighting style, you can't really argue. He killed this one here. I'm gonna motion to the one that Bareth killed.
Mhm. I did that. That was me.
That's what that fucking noise is. Fidget spinner. I was like, who's breathing so hard? they're weeping.
Sorry about that. Thought I was on mute.
No, I was just wondering. I was like, where is that coming from? I thought that was another chainsaw coming to get us.
Oh man.
I am now less confident and embarrassed.
You were
Much
confident and
more
embarrassed.
wary.
I'm gonna just look to Bareth. I'm just gonna be like, after having been fiddling with that Chainosaurus mouth, just like that fighting technique of yours, has it ever actually killed something?
I killed that.
I mean, like, more than once.
Yeah, tons of times.
Can I roll insight?
Absolutely.
Is the floating disc still out?
Yeah, it's still out there. It lasts for an hour. I got a nat 1. I believe him entirely.
Good thing, because I rolled real bad. Wasn't that one, but it was real bad.
So I got a -2 on insight. That makes it a -1. Anyway, with that ankle of yours, better hop back on the disc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fighting it made my shoulder real sore. So I'll
Just-
stay towards the back again. You guys go on ahead.
Feel free to just lie on it.
Yep.
It's solid. It's gonna last for another, I'd say, 40 minutes.
No, it's gonna last for another 30.
Yeah, about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Kara is laying on the disc, at least one edge.
It's wide enough. It supports up to 500 pounds.
Democus is walking.
So you guys want to take another short rest on? You guys want to take a short rest on the way to the river?
Yes.
Okay.
A short rest sounds wonderful.
Yeah. So you guys go ahead and take a 30-minute long short rest.
Where the hell are my hit dice?
Oh, also, so when you roll hit dice for blood magic spells, it does not use up any hit dice you have. Just in case there's some confusion about that.
You just roll the dice.
Yeah. You take
How
that
long
damage
has
first.
it been since we entered the forest?
It's been about. At the end of the short rest, it'll be about an hour.
Okay. I'm going to swap out another glove.
Sounds good. Make a sleight of hand.
Oh man. 10.
10. Everybody. Everybody. You notice Bareth switches out a glove.
Looking at him, I just have a brow raised. So, what's up with the...
Something wrong with the old one?
Huh? What?
Your glove.
He's-
Oh, no, it got caught on some brush and it had a hole in it.
So you're just gonna discard a glove in the middle of the forest.
Yep, as I take the old one and throw it as far away as possible.
Yeah, he goes, yep, and tosses it deep in the woods.
I watch it go as I just looked at Barrett. I was just like, what glove size you wear?
The normal size.
Wonderful. I was just gonna go after the gloves.
We go with you. We're on the disc.
Yeah, that's a fair point. They are following you.
It follows me until I get to the tree line, and then it's just like, you ever see a Roomba when it hits the wall? It's just like that. Just boom.
Make a survival check. See if you can find this glove.
I got a 5.
You can't find the glove.
Darn.
You don't have to go find it anyway. It had a whole huge hole in it. You don't want it.
I try and find it.
A free glove's a free glove.
Are you on the disc?
Yeah, I'm on the disc.
You can't. You'd have to get off the disc and go into the forest.
Okay.
I'm just gonna come out. I'm like, glove's a glove.
Holes can be repaired also. That's pretty wasteful.
Next time you have a hole in your glove, just let me know, and I'll take it for you.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Besides, mine are a little. They're getting up in there. It's just my own traveling gloves, which have more stitch marks than they have normal, normal like leather material.
I feel like there is a spell to fix that, but
Oh yeah,
I've
there
never
is.
come across it in my travels.
I love that none of you have mending. Like, what are the odds that no spellcaster in the party has mending?
I didn't want to take anything that's terribly overused.
Nothing that a yarn and some thread can't fix.
Yeah, we've got hands.
It was a pretty big hole.
I mean, I remember this one time traveling through the mountains. So just the whole glove just ripped straight in half, right down the seam. But there's nothing that a little bit of tree leaves stripped down into some tiny fibers couldn't fix.
I look at his hands, like his weirdly swapping gloved hands.
He actually only wears a glove on his left hand. His right hand is completely
Only
uncovered.
one hand.
Michael Jackson style.
That's even weirder.
The real question is the glove white?
It is not.
Or
It is
bedazzled.
brown. It is normal, just
Or bedazzled.
regular brown leather glove.
I'm just gonna lean over the cards. But is that a fashion thing around these parts?
It helps to hold the shield.
Understandable.
Is that his shield hand?
Yes, my left hand is my shield hand.
Okay. Like, is it the hand that he uses to stab people with? Is that why he wants to change it? All right.
All right. So as you guys approach the river, you start coming across bodies of cows that have been just torn apart.
Well, that's a great sign.
Oh my. I immediately go over to one of the bodies to see if it's looks like it was torn apart by I guess I'm asking does it look like it was disemboweled by a chainsaw-saurus?
Make a survival check.
I got a natural 20.
All right. Unfortunately, we only
That's
count
total.
crits with hits.
I have a 20 total.
20 total. All right. It has not been disemboweled by a chainsaurus. This looks like it has been ripped apart with, appendages.
Well, whatever did this did not have a strange jawline like those dinosaurs back there.
Or blades. It looks like it was literally torn apart.
In fact, this looks like something just ripped these apart. There's no cut marks. And all the muscles. How much meat is left on these things?
Not a lot. It's mainly bone. And the bones are broken.
Like, look, see, there's these marks here. There's not cut marks on the bones. They've just been broken with brute force
And gnawed. Like,
chewed on.
I take a look around to make sure we're not being watched.
Yeah, I'm doing the same
Make-
thing. I'm doing basically nothing but
perception
that. 19.
This is making me uneasy. 6.
so
13.
y'all are good. Just a nice day out at the riverside.
Now, hang on. I've got to rinse off my hands.
Oh,
I'm going to walk over to the river and just, rinse off the...
can I look
So
for any signs of Kelly?
Yes. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. So when you go over and you start rinsing your hands off, you notice the water is turning red.
I'm going to slowly stand up. And I'm going to look over upstream.
So you look upstream and you see the red is coming from a small cave.
I'm going to point my walking stick arcane focus towards Damakos and use message. Damakos, I don't mean to alarm any of the others, but there's a cave with blood coming out of it.
And with that, we're going to hop over to Kara.
I got an 11.
You do not find any signs of Kelly. We're going to hop right back.
You may respond to this message.
It's like the camera message sending. Never mind. It's like the hard cut between two scenes immediately.
Oh, yeah. You pop over to a newscaster who's kind of like not paying attention. Back to you, Tom.
Good to know. Good to know. Guess we should probably tell them, right?
Yes, but keep quiet. I don't want whatever's in there to get alerted to us.
Okay. Well, how far away is Bareth from me?
I'd assume I assume he's right next to you, as is Kara. The only one that walked towards the river out of the forest, like bush area, was Bison.
I want to turn to him and say, hey. So, Ben just told us that there's blood pouring out of a cave up there, upriver.
That's certainly fucking ominous. For one thing.
Didn't want to startle any of what might be up there, so.
So what's everyone doing?
I am sitting on the disc.
You're 20 feet away from me.
Which is actually just inside of the bush.
Yep. I'm going to wait for the others to come out.
So it's either broken open another cow like a fresh egg, or it's chomping on that little girl.
I'm going to ask, are there any tracks leading towards the cave?
And I'm going to ask you to make a survival check.
That's an 18.
An 18. There are tracks that lead towards the river, but from where you're standing, you can't see any.
Okay.
But from the way, because you got an 18, because of the way the tracks are looking, they look like they lead into the river.
Mm. I'm gonna come up to, is it Bison?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bison. I'm gonna say, so the track gonna lead into the river, nothing directly to the cave.
That's true, but so they lead into the river. I'm gonna try and look across to the other side and see if there are any tracks.
Yeah, the river's not that wide. It's like maybe 15 feet. Go ahead and make a survival check.
17.
There are no tracks.
There aren't any tracks on the other side. Which means whoever made these tracks most likely traveled via the river. Is this river particularly deep?
No, it's rather shallow. And besides the now
Yeah.
red that's covering it, it was clear, but now the red is covering it.
I mean, as far as a tactical decision would go, walking through the water, that'd cover your tracks.
Hey, Bison, I need you to make your passive perception's 11?
My passive perception is 10.
10. Okay. Well, you do see a dark brown tail that was floating but got stuck in the river about 20 feet away from you.
I'm going to walk over. In fact, I'm going to wade into the water.
So you kind of step into the water and you're walking up. Sorry, I just realized I was muted. So you step into the water and you start walking up through it. And Kara, you're still on the disc?
I think we're both still on the disc.
Yeah, I was just checking to make sure you were. Both Kara and Bareth are pulled out into the open and over the river.
Oh, fun.
As so you guys can see the blood-soaked water, and
Oh.
Bison is now checking out this brown tail.
Yep. I'm going to reach into the water and pull it out. Does it look like a cow's tail?
No, it's actually pretty large. It's not like it looks closer to a lizard's tail.
I'm going to holster both my
Like
arcane focus and my sword.
this big.
Oh. Like, what are you? Just say, Damocles, come check this out.
Oh, are you being quiet about this or just shouting?
No, I'm being quiet about it. It's like, come here. Come here.
Okay. Just double checking.
It's stage whispering, Morgan.
Just double checking.
I'm going to start making my way towards the shoreline, holding this thing in two hands.
Interesting.
Like a limp cat.
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Oh.
You.
Me.
Damocles.
16.
You recognize this as a velocilus tail. They're a small type of dinosaur that likes to burrow underground, and they frequently appear in the, like, not the in the basement area of your family's property.
Oh, that's a velocilisk.
Ah. Do they normally have long tails or short tails relative to their bodies?
I'm looking at the DM.
It varies.
It can be. It can be smaller.
This tail's pretty large, so I'm going to assume that whatever it was connected to was also pretty large, and
But
I think it floated out of that cave.
they like to burrow.
Eh. I'm going to just turn it around to the meaty part of it. Does it look like it was cut or torn?
Make an investigation.
Okay. $11.
11. This thing was torn, and in fact, it looks like the marrow and the bone has been sucked out.
This thing got eaten pretty thoroughly.
And it's recent.
And very recent. I think we have our creature. I have to see what this thing looks like.
God.
I'm gonna start making my
That's
way
out of
towards
game.
the
That's
cave.
out of game.
I'm gonna very quietly get off the disc before he starts heading that way.
All right, you do so. You slip off the disc and step into the blood-soaked water.
Oh, fun.
I will say I start walking, then I stop, and I walk onto the shore to gently put the tail down. Just like, I'll need you later.
Oh my god. Yes,
That's a
you
good
do
keep-
this.
That's a good to keep walking towards the.
Make a stealth check.
I'm gonna look to the other two and be like, I mean, probably follow him, right?
I got a 19.
Oh my god. Yeah, so as you walk up, God, as you walk up, you hear a little girl's voice say, "More tea, Mr. Pebbles?"
Oh,
I'm just going to stop in my tracks. As I just like it's those gifts of all like the numbers and stuff just piecing together with this new contextual information. I'm going to point my arcane focus back towards Damokos, who I'm assuming is with the others.
Oh yeah,
I'm
everyone's
not
just kind of
looking
watching.
I'm not looking
you.
behind me to check if they're still on the disc or not.
Oh, the disc fades out right
yeah.
about now.
Yeah. I'm
And
just
I
gonna put it
fall
just be
into
like,
the water.
yep.
Oh,
Like,
no.
Damokos. The little girl is in this cave.
What's that? Like, then you hear a
What?
splash, and then you hear, "What's that?" And then,
I'm gonna quickly relay to the other two that there's a little girl voice in the cave.
Smalls. And you guys hear the splashing of large footsteps through the water, and you see glowing eyes in the darkness. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Oh, God.
Thank God I still have my.
All right, guys.
Oh,
So thank you for tuning in to Fury of the Rat.
no.
Well, this is the first episode of Tales of Velirine, where the party is mainly spellcasters and a
Funny but true, and none of us have mending.
You don't need mending.
no one needs mending,
Well,
especially not for these gloves that keep getting holes in them. But yeah, is there anything anyone would like to promote? Any big things happening?
Not on my end.
No?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you again to Uis and Chris for going ahead and creating the Chainsaurus. I'm gonna go ahead. You can go ahead and look it up. Let me hop in the chat actually. See if I can get a picture over there. Do you mind sending me the link to the chat?
For what? Twitch?
Yeah.
Uh,